We ran 3 of the most popular 75 W90 gear oils through the same F-150 rear differential for a full year and sent drain samples to an independent lab after every single change. The fluid most F-150 owners never think twice about produced the highest wear metal readings of the 3. The one that actually earned its price tag was not the most expensive option on the shelf. Most truck owners spend real time choosing their engine oil and then treat differential fluid as an afterthought. Pick whatever the parts counter has in stock, pour it in, and forget about it for 30,000 miles. But your rear differential is working harder than almost any other drivetrain component on your truck. It converts engine torque 90 degrees and delivers it to your rear wheels under load, under heat, and under the kind of shock loading that happens every single time you pull a trailer over a bump or accelerate from a stop with weight behind you. The fluid inside that differential is the only barrier between your ring gear and pinion, and a rebuild that starts at $1,200 and can climb past $2,500 before a shop is done with it. The 3 fluids are Mobil 175W90, Valvoline SynPower 75W90, and Castrol Syntec 75W90. All 3 are full synthetic GL5 rated gear oils marketed for exactly this application. Mobil 1 uses a Group 4 PAO base stock, carries both GL4 and GL5 ratings, plus the MT1 heavy-duty rating, and retails at roughly $10 to $13 per quart. Valvoline SynPower carries the GL5 rating with specific marketing around towing and thermal stability and runs $9 to $12 per quart. Castrol Syntec sits in the same $10 to $13 range and adds their proprietary fluid titanium additive technology, marketed specifically for protection under shock load, which is exactly the failure mode a differential sees under tow. If you want to support me, subscribe to the channel. We're already close to 1,000 subscribers. We use the same 2018 F-150 with the 8.8-inch rear axle, the same 15,000-mile annual driving cycle with consistent towing use, and the same independent laboratory with blind-coded samples across every single interval. Before the data, here is what actually separates these fluids below the surface, because 2 quarts of gear oil that look identical in the bottle can perform very differently inside a differential that is cooking at 250 degrees on a July highway run. Viscosity retention is the variable that matters most in gear oil, and the one that marketing copy glosses over completely. A fluid-rated 75 W90 at the factory that shears down to the viscosity of a 75 W80 after 20,000 miles is no longer providing the film thickness that the gear geometry was designed to run on. Thinner fluid means less separation between metal surfaces under load. Less separation under load means accelerating wear on the ring and pinion contact faces. Additive package longevity is the second variable. The extreme pressure additives in gear oil, primarily sulfur-phosphorus compounds, are sacrificial by design. They chemically react with metal surfaces under high pressure to prevent welding and micro-pitting. But they deplete. A fluid that passes a lab test at 15,000 miles may have consumed most of its extreme pressure reserve by 30,000. The question is, which of these 3 fluids holds its additive package the longest under real operating conditions? The first drain samples came back, and the iron numbers were the first place we looked. Iron in used gear oil analysis is the direct measurement of wear from the steel ring and pinion surfaces. It does not lie, and it does not respond to marketing. Mobil 1 iron at the first drain, 7 parts per million. Valvoline SynPower, 9 parts per million. Castrol Syntec, 8 parts per million. Copper followed the same pattern. Mobil 1 at 2 parts per million, reflecting minimal interaction with the bronze components in the differential. Valvoline at 4, Castrol at 3. In used oil analysis, direction matters as much as absolute value, and we had 5 more intervals left to run. The second interval is where a single data point becomes a trend. Mobil 1 iron held at 7 parts per million across both intervals. Valvoline SynPower climbed to 11. Castrol Syntec held at 9. Copper on Mobil 1 remained at 2. Valvoline copper rose to 5, the only reading in the test to move upward on both primary wear metals simultaneously between intervals. Castrol held at 3. That Valvoline copper movement at interval 2 was the first signal that its additive package was depleting faster than the other two fluids. Copper rises in gear oil when extreme pressure additives can no longer fully protect the brass and bronze components from direct contact. An additive package that shows depletion signals at 15,000 miles is not the fluid you want in a differential you plan to run to 30,000. We pulled axle temperature logs throughout the test using a contact thermocouple on the differential housing. During a sustained highway tow run in July with an outdoor ambient temperature of 91 degrees, axle housing temps on our test route peaked at 263 degrees. That is the exact operating range where thermal stability and viscosity retention stop being spec sheet numbers and start being the difference between fluid that is still protecting metal and fluid that is no longer thick enough to do its job. At operating temperature, the viscosity spread between these three fluids became measurable. Mobil 1 held closest to its rated viscosity range at temperature. Castrol Syntec showed moderate thinning under sustained heat. Valvoline SynPower showed the most significant viscosity loss at peak temperature, which aligns directly with its higher wear readings at the second interval. Thinner fluid under the highest heat, when the gears need protection most, is the worst possible time for a fluid to underperform. Here's the number that reframes the entire price conversation. Mobil 1 costs roughly $2 to $3 more per quart than Valvoline SynPower at typical retail. A rear differential on an F-150 holds approximately 1.7 quarts. At a 30,000 mile change interval, you are making this choice approximately once every 2 years if you drive 15,000 miles annually. The total cost difference between the lowest and highest performing fluid in this test is less than $6 per change. A rear differential rebuild on an F-150 starts at $1,200 in parts and labor and can exceed $2,500, depending on what the shop finds when the cover comes off. The fluid that produced the lowest wear readings across the entire test costs less than a single tank of premium fuel more per year than the fluid that produced the highest. The Valvoline SynPower is not a dangerous product. It protected this differential within acceptable parameters at normal 5,000 mile engine oil intervals and standard driving. But at the 30,000 mile gear oil intervals that most truck owners run and under the towing load that a significant percentage of F-150 owners put on their trucks regularly, the additive depletion signals that appeared at interval 2 are not something to ignore. After a full year and 6 lab reports, here is exactly what we would run in our own F-150. For a truck doing normal mixed driving with no regular towing, all 3 of these fluids are defensible choices, and any of them beats the neglect that most differentials actually see. But if your truck tows with any regularity, operates in temperature extremes, or if you are running toward the upper end of your change interval, the Mobil 175W90 produced the lowest iron, the lowest copper trend, the best viscosity retention at operating temperature, and it costs less than $6 more per change to run it. If you want to see how these same fluids perform specifically in the transfer case on a 4-wheel drive F-150, that test is already running. Subscribe so you do not miss it when those results come in. Drop a comment with what gear oil your F-150 is running right now and whether you have ever pulled a sample to see what it is actually leaving behind. I will see you in the next one.